What's up guys, it's All Day Anthony, and today I am in the garage preparing my Honda Grom for some upcoming spring riding. So that means today I get to install my brand new OEM TDM Honda Grom headlight. Alright, so this is something I've been wanting to do for a while now. It's a rather inexpensive mod that makes a whole world of difference on the OG models of the Honda Grom. If you have an SF model with the LED headlights, this really isn't going to apply to you. However, this is great for the OGers out there that want that really cool upgraded looking headlight that's only available in the TDM market. So with that said, let's go ahead and open up this box. Alright, to be honest, I already opened up this box mainly to see if my order came in one piece. This was my first order ever from Go Grom, and I heard they had some awesome stuff. So I jumped on their website and I looked around, and turns out they import quite a few different parts for the Honda Grom outside of the US, and for people within the US, that's pretty much a blessing because we don't have to pay for shipping. They also have a ton of other accessories and a bunch of other cool stuff, and so I like to help out smaller local people. So being in Colorado, it was only 2-day shipping, and it was relatively inexpensive. I think the headlight itself was around $70, and I think the shipping was around 10 to 15 bucks. So, all right, so pulling this thing out, first impressions are everything, and right off the bat, this thing looks freaking awesome. Seriously, when I first saw it, I was like, holy crap, this is way better than I expected, and it looks so much cooler than the US-based headlight. Now, the difference is that this is technically, goes for more of that projector look. It's got that projector style bulb inside there, but it still has that reflective housing. Now, on the US headlight, it is all reflective, so you don't have any type of projection at all other than just that reflective housing shooting outward. Whereas with this, you have that kind of isolated point of light there, which just looks cool, and it's got this cool little shroud that kind of cuts over the top there that has an aggressive look. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these side by side so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that makes a whole load of difference. Now, the other weird part is that there is some blue into this. There's basically some accents in here that kind of a purplish, bluish hue. Now, does this match the rest of my bike? No, not at all. I mean, literally not at all. That's kind of the point, is that I want it to be different than all the other OG Groms around my area, and so I thought this would be a really cool touch. So with that said, we got this out of the box. This is a pretty straightforward install, so let's get at it. All right, so quick little Allen wrench here. This is a really straightforward thing. If you have a Honda Grom, this should all be in your manual on how to change a headlight bulb. This takes literally just a few minutes to do. The biggest thing that's gonna take some time is swapping out that headlight and then the wiring behind it. But these little boomerangs come off here with just these 2 little bolts. Pops right off, and I just keep those side by side. All right, so with those off the side there, this whole housing, this whole shroud here, simply just pops off. So I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. So that lifts like that, lift off that bottom there, and everything else should kind of fall forward. So now that we have this off, the easiest thing to do is just to unclip these harnesses, because basically this is just held in by these 4 brackets right here. So we'll slide this thing up, and this is just the main harness here, so all we have to do is unclip that. Voila! So really easy. Like literally that took me 30 seconds to do. So it's not complicated. This is not hard. Now the next step is releasing this headlight here from the rest of the housing. So the headlight clips in right here, and then this bottom bolt has to come out. All right, so if you have some towels lying around, this makes things so much easier. So I just grabbed some extra plush towels and simply just made a little pillow here to work on. So I'm gonna unclip these side markers. So these side markers are just clipped in right here. That way you don't have to disconnect the actual line. So if you have aftermarket side markers or OEM side markers with these plugs, you don't wanna mess with those because they always just pop themselves off. So we'll just go ahead and remove these clips. Next is this little 8mm bolt here. Go ahead and take that off. And this is how you adjust the angle of the light. So if I want to tilt it forward or tilt it back, this is how you would do it here. All right, so I just took this out. This is really easy. All I did was I kind of separated this shroud and I kind of pulled it to one side, then pulled out the other side. You have these little rubber, I don't know, you call nipples is what they are. So you'll transfer these over to this, but that kind of protects things and you're not gonna really break anything. This has a lot, it's really pliable. The whole shroud's really pliable and it's, I don't know, like 50 degrees out right now. So it's still pretty cold, but I'm able to pull that out. These side markers are just hanging here, so those are going to just transfer over to here. But basically, super easy to do because we're just gonna swap over all this stuff onto the new one. All right, so I got these side by side here so you can see the difference. So quite literally exactly the same. So that bracket's the same, to that bracket is the same. And then that hole, well, this hole right here, I'm gonna remove that tape, exposing the back of the headlight, and we're simply going to insert that new bulb right there. So really easy, guys. We're gonna transfer these nipples to this, and that's already in there, so that screw's already in there, so that'll line right up. Just like that, guys, pretty cake. All right, so this clip right here is just a rubber clip on top. That just slides off of that, releasing all of this. So the only really, I guess, clip that you have to worry about is this plastic clip right here, just like that. So that's out, and there we go. And that pops out like that. And then we have our headlight. So this is just attached in with just a clip. Now, believe it or not, I am still on the OEM bulb. I have yet to change this bulb, and I'm at 5,000 something miles on the bike now, so that's pretty crazy. But really quick though, how cool does this look, right? I like that Street Fighter look of not having a headlight at all. It looks pretty cool, but I don't know, another day. Jeez, holy spring clip. Luckily they didn't hit the Evo, right? So to be honest, I probably shouldn't have taken that screw off. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't do what I just did. You can probably just remove it by going underneath that little clip there. Like every other freaking Honda headlight in existence. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, the good news is that the new headlight does come with a whole new spring and all of that. So doing what I wasn't supposed to do, you're just supposed to push down on that and that pops up like, I'm a dummy. I don't know why I did that. Forgive me, people. A little bit of patience. I managed to get this thing to fit over here. It's not easy, if I'm being honest. You have to really finagle this thing. So you can see it's like stretched. It's like fitting a small condom over a huge penis. Anyways, so I'm just pushing down on it, trying to get it snug as possible. And then the other test is to see if the actual plug is going to be able to slide in there and fit properly as well. So, all right, so I've been spending far too long trying to figure out a situation for this little clip here since there's nowhere to clip this. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. I mean, to be honest, this is already mounted here. These wires are already formed. I mean, they're already formed to contour the back of this headlight here to where I don't think they're gonna bounce around. I think it's gonna be absolutely fine. So I put these rubber grommets back on the sides of the headlight here, and I think it's pretty much ready for the rest of the shroud. So let's go ahead and drop it in. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. I was kind of concerned what it was gonna look like with the red, but it actually works. I think that's gonna look pretty cool. Like I said, it's just different. Having that bluish purple on there, it's different. You don't really expect it. So it'll kind of add a little bit more to the bike. Dude, I don't know, there's so many colors on there. It's got now blue, purple, gold, red, white. All right, so with everything in, let's go ahead and get this thing plugged back in and mounted to see what this thing looks like. I'm excited, guys. Sweet. And we'll slide that little dust shroud right back over the top there. All right, so it is finally in and this thing looks awesome. Like literally this thing looks so good. It changes the way the bike looks. It makes the front look meaner, darker. I really don't know how to describe it, but let's go ahead and turn it on and see what the light output is. Oh, wow. Dude, that's awesome. Holy smokes, it's bright too. Dude, seeing that blue like illuminated, that purplish blue, that looks so cool. Seriously, it looks awesome. And then if you flick on the brights, so right now the light is coming through the projector But if we flip on the high beams, it is now coming through the bottom reflector housing. So coming out of here rather than that little point right there. So you still got all the brightness of having your high beam like you would on the other reflector housing, but having the ability to switch it back and have that low beam, mean looking projector. All right guys, so that's pretty much a wrap on the install of the OEM TDM headlight. Now for people wondering, Anthony, why didn't you change out the bulb? Why didn't you go with an LED? Why didn't you go with an HID? Why didn't you do anything like that? I totally get it. Trust me, I've thought about all of this. I think down the road, once I do some more research on what a good LED setup or HID setup, I'll definitely take advantage of that and do that. In the meantime, I'm fine with these halogens. They do a good job. But I do like that I have the projector bulb on there now. It kind of has that Cyclops look. I don't know. Groms are funky looking as they already are. So having this on here just kind of adds to the funkiness, and I like it. I think it looks unique. So I think the best way to end this video would be to roll the bike out there and get some beauty shots of the new headlight on the bike. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. You can subscribe down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Solid Anthony. Peace.